Ladies and gentlemen, the Nintendo Switch 2 has been out for a little over a month and a half now, and I am in love with this console. The strange thing is it feels like it's been out for like a million years because I'm just so in tune with it, but really I've probably put like 20 million hours into it, and that's the reason why I feel that way. But even though it's a newer console, it has some amazing games already. So in this video, we're going to go over what I think are the best Switch 2 games so far. Let's go and get right into it. It really is so funny that we talked about this console for like 2, 3, 4 years. It feels like, well, you know, what's it going to be like? What's the name going to be called? What are the games going to be like? And ever since June 5th, all of those questions have been answered. I love my console. I truly have probably put like hundreds of hours into it already. And it has some incredible games, and we're going to talk about the best ones so far. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. I think we're at less than 700 subscribers away from 20,000, that's just crazy. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our amazing communities growing. And let's just go ahead and get into this. So let's start with some math. Monkey plus banana equals what? I think it equals Game of the Year. Donkey Kong Bananza is incredible. I have to make the joke or I will hate myself later. I dare say the game is even bananas. I mean, I've talked about it a few times, but I was excited for the game, and once I seen the direct, my excitement went to a whole nother realm I didn't know was possible. I just knew it was going to be an incredible game. There's probably been like 3 or 4 games my entire life that have made me feel the way Donkey Kong Bonanza does. It is the definition of addicting, to where I do not want to put my Switch 2 down. The gameplay is incredible. It truly feels like a mixture of every great thing Nintendo has done over the past 3 or 4 decades coming together in one incredible game. Donkey Kong is goofy, but badass somehow. Pauline is adorable and the perfect sidekick to Donkey Kong. Every layer is more exciting than the last, and you just want to always explore, and it never feels like the payoff isn't worth it. You know, you might dig a hole for 2 minutes and then go left for 2 minutes. It's always something rewarding around the corner. So not only is it one of the best Switch 2 games so far, it's one of the best games Nintendo has ever created. Side note, I actually think it's the best box art we have currently for a Switch 2 game as well. I mean, obviously I have to put Mario Kart World on this list. It is an amazing game. And, you know, when I think I'm enjoying it the most is when I'm not comparing it to other Mario Kart games. I'm just playing it as what it is. Like, this is Mario Kart World, these are the tracks, these are the characters, and these are the mechanics. And when I just put that all together, I really do enjoy the game. Sometimes when I go online and see people say like, oh, you know, but Mario Kart 8 had this, or Mario Kart 7 had this, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, that is right. Oh man, I wish I would have did this. But comparison is the thief of joy, and that could not be truer in Mario Kart World. I don't think it's Game of the Year contender, but I do think it should win Best Video Game Soundtrack of the Year. I mean this in the most positive way. It's like they were smoking crack and got superpowers and created the best video game soundtrack of all time. It is so damn good. The gameplay is really fun, and the characters are great. Nintendo said they want to keep it only Mario Universe characters, and I understand where they're coming from, but I do wish there was more Nintendo characters. That's my personal preference. Putting all my opinions aside, I do think it was the perfect launch game. Now, remember when I was saying that there's only been a few games my entire life that made me feel or make me feel the way Donkey Kong Bonanza does. Cyberpunk was one of those games, or is one of those games. The first time I played Cyberpunk was last year. I beat it on my PS5 and then beat the DLC. Playing it on my Switch 2 has like woken up a brand new love for the game somehow. I think it's because I'm playing predominantly handheld, and I've been a handheld gamer my entire life. It's always been my favorite form of gaming. So driving through Night City and just experiencing one of the best stories in gaming of all time, it's something really special playing it handheld. I get immersed into it so much, and it's so crazy to look back at the Switch and see the power and performance of the Switch. Now, don't get me wrong, it still was pretty impressive in my opinion, a lot of the games we got on the Switch, but the fact that I'm playing one of my favorite games of all time, a game that I thought would never be on Nintendo consoles, and I'm playing it handheld on the best console Nintendo's ever made, it's a really special moment for me. So I am so happy that this is a Switch 2 game, and it's easily one of the best games, again, that's ever been on a Nintendo console. So a game that I was iffy about is Tears of the Kingdom. I've said a million times I prefer Breath of the Wild over Tears of the Kingdom. I think it's a better game, a tighter experience. I don't think I'll ever have that feeling again of walking out on the Great Plateau in Breath of the Wild and you see just all of Hyrule and you're like, whoa, what is going on here? This is crazy. I'm really about to go to all these places? But for some reason, playing the Nintendo Switch 2 version, all my opinions have changed. And I know it's probably recency bias, but I think it's a better game than Breath of the Wild now, and I love it dearly. All the wonder, all the exploration, all the innovation, amazing boss fights. It has one of my favorite Zeldas of all time. I like the dark undertone to it. It's just so damn good and so impressive. I really don't know why I think about it this way on the Switch 2, because I never really thought the graphics were too bad on the Switch. But everything is just coming together for some reason, and I think Tears of the Kingdom is, again, one of the best things Nintendo has ever made. And at first, I was like, is this what we're doing for the Switch 2, just re-releasing Switch games? But now I am all for it, and I envy people who are playing it for the very first time on the Switch 2. So a game I thought I wouldn't care about, but now I love it, is Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. I really didn't know anything about this game except that it was a 3DS game, and I knew people enjoyed it, but I was talking on a podcast about like Switch 2 games before the Switch 2 launch, and I was telling people I didn't care about it at all. I was going to skip over it, and I'm happy for people who want to play it. I randomly stumbled across it at Walmart. It was only $40, and I thought, what the hell? I love RPGs and JRPGs, so for $40 it's worth at least trying. From the very moment I started playing this game, I was blown away. I really enjoyed the story. I like the characters. I love the art style. It's almost like a storybook brought to life. The gameplay is so damn good and has such a cool concept where you can be brave or default and essentially build up turns or skip turns and attack enemies as much as you want, but then you have to, pay for it later. Such a cool concept. I mean, it's damn near a perfect game. And I know it's like, well, you're just saying that because it's on the Switch too. I've played a million RPGs and JRPGs. It's one of my favorite genres of gaming. This game truly has it all. And unfortunately, maybe because it's a game key card, or maybe because there's not like too many JRPG or RPG fans, I guess, I think it's going to get skipped over, but that would be a mistake. So another great game that I think captures what the Switch 2 currently is and where Nintendo is currently at is Yakuza 0. Again, I think this game is getting skipped over for a few reasons. Number one, again, it's probably because of a game key card, and I can't fault people for that opinion. Number two, I think this game came out like almost a decade ago. This is the director's cut, I think that's what they call it. It has like DLC and extra stuff, and I'm assuming like better graphics or something. I don't even know what the hell's the difference between the games. So maybe you owned it on another console, or maybe you don't care about Yakuza games, but there's a few reasons why people will skip this one over. I never really cared about Yakuza until Yakuza Kiwami, when that came to the Switch. My first Yakuza game ever, and after like 30 minutes I was like, okay, I understand, like I get it now. Yakuza 0 is great because I believe it's the first Yakuza game chronologically, and one great thing about Yakuza games is the characters. And in Yakuza 0, you have two different characters that you cycle between. And they're pretty much like the best Yakuza characters, at least in my opinion. On the surface, you think, okay, I get it. It's like a kind of like a beat 'em up style game, or like an action fighting game, and that's it. But that is very surface level. The stories are actually fantastic in Yakuza games. Yakuza 0 has one of the best, and so much extra stuff to do, to where you could play for multiple hours and never even do like the main story, and you would never get bored. You would always find other things to do. I think it is a great benchmark for Switch 2 graphics as well, and performance. Do not sleep on this one. So a game that I think should be in Game of the Year contention, but I know it won't even make like the top 10 probably. I'm talking about Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. This came out maybe the month before the Switch 2 came out, so people picked it up on the PS5 and then also bought it for the Switch, but at the last second they announced a Switch 2 version. This is the definitive way to play it, because you're getting just an amazing game, and you can play it handheld. Obviously, you can play it docked to the TV, but games like this, I think they shine the best handheld. In this game, the player embarks on a journey to rebuild a ruined island by traveling between the past and present. Guided by an archaeologist and mysterious dragon-talking fossil, your player will explore this world, switching between various life classes to tackle different tasks and challenges. And that is where the game really shines, is like the tasks, challenges, jobs, all that stuff, because it essentially feels like a bundle of 3 or 4 different amazing games coming together. In some way, somehow, they've got the balance to where every single one of those things shines equally as well. I hate explaining it this way, and I know it's low-hanging fruit. It feels like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing mixed with Zelda, mixed with maybe an old Dragon Quest game. And dude, they knocked this one right out of the park. I had another couple games I thought about adding to this list, like No Man's Sky. I think that is fantastic on the Switch too. I think Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch 2 as well is amazing. And Kunitsugami, The Path of the Goddess, I think that's what it's called. All fantastic games, but the ones in this video I think are 100% must-play games and will give you the whole, vibe of the Switch 2, if that makes sense. And these are just the best ones, and that's factual, so deal with it if you don't like it. If you made it to this part of the video, I would love to hear from you though, so let me know what you guys think about the Switch 2 so far in the comments. What are your favorite games so far? Also hit a like and subscribe if you made it to this part of the video so we can hit 20k, man. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram so we can keep our community growing. Bang, 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 bang. Whew. And I'll see you guys soon with a new video. Peace out.